Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Chef Connie, with lots of yum for you. And today we're going to make a delicious homemade butter toffee with real butter, sugar, chocolate chips, pecans, and vanilla. This recipe is delicious, it's easy, so let's dive right into making some deliciousness. Hi everyone, now let's get ready for our ingredients. We have 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of butter, which equals 2 sticks, 1 cup of chocolate chips. You can have semi-sweet or milk chocolate. I kind of mixed in both. We have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I have 1 cup of crushed pecans. They're kind of some big pieces, small pieces. Okay. You need a candy thermometer for this recipe. There's no getting away from it. I don't care what kind of candy thermometer you get. You must have a candy thermometer for this recipe because you need to know the temperature of your candy. So you have to have it, that way you know when your candy's ready, or you run the big risk of burning your candy. You don't want to do that because this is delicious and nobody wants to waste their butter and good sugar and everything on burning it. So make sure you get yourself a candy thermometer before you start this recipe, and a wooden spoon to stir the candy. I also have a prepared pan. What you see on this pan is, this is a silicone cookie sheet. This cookie sheet goes up to 400 degrees. You can use this cookie sheet in the oven to bake cookies, but today, this is amazing. We're going to use this cookie sheet, silicone, to pour our candy on because the candy does not stick to this. I've used wax paper and had it stick to the wax paper, but the silicone, no, it will not stick to this at all. You do not need to spray it. You just use the silicone as is, pour it on, and it will not stick. All right, so let's work our way over to the stove and go make some candy. Hi everyone, we are at the stove and I'm getting ready to turn on the fire to medium heat. And the fire is on at medium heat. I'm going to pour in the sugar and our butter. And I used salted butter, but if you don't want a lot of salt, then you would use unsalted butter, and then you would put your own salt in. But I already have salted butter because it's all I have. So there it is. So we have the butter and sugar in the pot, and we already have salted butter, so we do not need to add salt. And here's my candy thermometer. There we go. That butter is melting already. So we're gonna wait for the butter and just kind of stir it around, but we, of course, waiting for the butter to melt. So as we wait for our butter and sugar to come to a boil, we will be stirring our butter and sugar frequently. And you can see the little bubbles and see that our candy is slowly coming to a boil. Make sure you gently stir and continue to stir, and then lift your spoon, get your candy thermometer, and I'm going to check the temperature of the candy. It's only up to 200 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and stir. I can see the candy. You can see it turning a caramel color. That's when it's time to definitely keep an eye because we don't want to burn our candy. Okay, the candy's not even up to 250, but it is definitely browning fast. Okay, I'm going to continue to check that thermometer because the candy, now that it's turned brown, it will definitely be at 290 to 300 degrees in no time. And that's the temperature we're looking for, between 290 and 300. Okay, let me check. Okay, our candy is ready. Once you hit between 290 and 300, remove your candy from the fire, and we're gonna pour in, we're gonna pour in the vanilla. Okay, be mindful. That's why you want to be careful. There we go. Now it's ready to pour. Okay, so I spread the nuts out, and now our candy is ready to pour over the nuts. Try to get as much candy out of the pan as I can. So as soon as you pour the candy out, it starts cooling. And then what we do is we'll wait for 5 minutes and then put on the chocolate chips. So I'm going to go back into our tasting area, and we will sprinkle this with chocolate chips. Okay, it has been 5 minutes. Our candy is still hot, so we're going to take the candy now and sprinkle over our chocolate chips. I don't know if I'll be using a whole cup of chips. Oh yeah, I will be. Okay. And what's going to happen is, because of the heat of the candy, our chips are going to get very soft. Give them a couple of minutes, and then I will take this silicone spatula, which works really well. And some of them may be soft already, but still give them a couple of minutes. Oh wow. Okay, so here we go. Spreading with the silicone. This works out perfect with the silicone spatula. And you just spread that chocolate. There we go. Oh wow. Yeah, the chocolate melts from the heat of the candy, and we just spread it around. And you can use milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, any chocolate of your choice. If you want to be try something different, remember there's peanut butter chips as well, butterscotch, whatever flavor chips that you kind of feel you want to try. And you can also put a different flavor chips here, different flavor chips, you know. You can divide your chips up and make put different flavored chips on small portions of your toffee. So there we go. This looks great. That's it. You can lick this. This is what the candy looks like up close. This is very nice. And now I'm going to place it in the refrigerator and let it. Hi everyone, we just took this out of the freezer. And actually, it's still kind of wet in the middle. Not too much, but a little bit. And anyway, but it's dried on the sides. And so it takes a few hours for this to dry. You can put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. I just threw it in the freezer right now, just for the video. And to break it up, first of all, if you have a silicone baking mat, this is perfect. This does not stick. Look at this. It does not stick to your silicone baking mat. So that is a great thing. And then as far as like breaking it, well, there we go. So you can break it, or if you want to, you can put this on a cutting board and chop it with a knife. Let me get my cutting mat. So here's the cutting mat. Okay. So here's the cutting mat, and because this is not stuck on here, it can be lifted and put on the cutting mat or a cutting board, of which very easy to cut. Look at that. Very easy to cut into pieces. Let's break it up even more. So you can break it up as you see fit, chop it with a knife. Very easy to cut, very easy. So now we can do our deliciousness taste test. Hi everyone, we are going to do our deliciousness taste test, and you saw how easy it is if you have a silicone baking mat to lift it right off the baking mat. Once it's cooled and hardened, you lift it off the mat, put it on your cutting board or your cutting mat, and just cut it with a sharp knife. It cuts nice and easy. So let's do the deliciousness taste test as if I really need to be eating all this candy. Delicious. Deliciousness. Give me 1 second. Delicious. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell notification button so you will know when I come out with more new videos. So again, I'm going to put the recipe in the description box, and you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.